about 4 a.m. and I'm just rolling into the Badlands. If you'll see a video I did before, I was here back in March. It was freezing cold, and so this time I'm here in July, well, end of June. Yeah, today is end of June, 28th, and so it's obviously much warmer. Instead of -7, we're at about 58 degrees. Much better. And I'm going to see if I can get the sunrise. I can see blue hour is just beginning now. So I'm going to get to a spot here in the Badlands that I can get a nice sunrise. It looks like I'm going to just have some high clouds. I checked the weather. Everything looks good. So I am going to get set up here and pay my entrance fee, get into the Badlands. I already picked my spot where I'm going to set up. Hopefully I can get a good shot of the sunrise and the pinnacle, you know, the little, well, you'll see, but I guess they call them little pinnacles that are popping up, and they turn like a reddish color when the sun first comes up and hits them. And so I'm definitely interested to get that picture and then see if I can't find some wildlife. So I got my batteries charging. One nice thing about my truck is it has an outlet, 400 watt outlet, so I can charge my batteries on my way. I'm gonna come up here and pay my entrance fee to get in and get set up, and I will see you then. Yeah, so I'm gonna be using the OM1, the 100 to 400 with the teleconverter for the wildlife, and I think I'm going to use my G9 for with the 12 to 35 for my landscape shots, or the 35 to 100. But yeah, it's blue hour now. We're starting to get some glow, so we'll see in a little bit. Well, what seems to be happening to me quite often is I'm not taking the time to get my microphone out and do the video properly. I'm just taking my phone out and taking the easy route. So here I did it again, and my audio was absolutely horrible because I did not take the time to get the mic out and do it correctly. I was just recording on my phone, which I knew I shouldn't have been doing. So here I am, you know, I got out of the cars, waiting for the sunrise here at the Badlands in South Dakota. A few other people around taking some pictures. It was really nice morning, cool, you know, a little bit. I wore my flip-flops, a little bit cold for that actually. I did have my sweatshirt on though, but it was a nice day. So here I am, just kind of panning around, waiting for that sunrise to come up. Here you can see we're getting kind of had a little bit of the blue hour, now we're getting to the golden hour, and I did get some nice shots of the sun coming up over the ridge, and I got some nice shots during the golden hour. And so I'm gonna show those after this quick video here. Now you're gonna see me again here. You can see me with my sweatshirt on here. I have my flip-flops on. Again, you see my mouth moving, but no audio is coming out. So I just did a horrible job. I was holding my phone. I probably was holding my hand directly over the microphone to pick up my sound. And it was also pretty windy there, which made it pretty cold. So I just is showing here that I was taking pictures as the sun was rising on the east, and then once the sun gets up high enough and starts to throw the sun onto the west side there, I was going to turn around and take a few pictures there. There were also a few people hanging around, some taking pictures, some just watching the sunrise. Thought I might get a couple of pictures of them as they're standing there, just for, you know, so you can kind of see depth and scale and things like that. So I did try a couple of those shots. Didn't really turn out, didn't really seem to like them all that well. Yeah, right here. So it's pretty cold out there. I'm not sure exactly what I'm rambling on about. The audio's so bad I can't even really make it out. But I do know I think at this point I'm still just waiting for the sunrise. So I'm going to go ahead and pop those pictures up that I got. I got one as the sun was coming up with like some sun flare. I got another one, the golden hour looks nice. And then I did one composite image. You'll be able to tell which one that is, but I just thought it was kind of fun to put that composite image together. And I think it looks pretty good. I think you can tell it's a composite image. I think so. But let me know what you think. All right. Thanks. And again, another clip here where my audio is completely awful. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. The only thing I can think is that the wind was pretty bad. So here what I'm doing is just taking these pictures as the sun comes up, and I have my camera set for bracketing. I'm doing a 5-shot bracket, one EV per, I believe that's what I had it set at. So I'm just letting the camera do its thing. I have my G9 on there, and I believe at this point I have my 12 to 35 on there, and I'm just letting her rip, just keep taking picture after picture after picture as that sun comes up so I can get a good look at it. And then I was taking my aperture, I think I was at f22, getting those sun rays, sunbursts to come off in this shot right here. So I was doing some sunburst shots, again all bracketed. I think I pretty much took all bracketed shots, and I didn't end up taking too many of them. Probably about 10 shots. What is that, 50 photos. So here I am. I moved on here. This is after the sunrise, and I am just going to. Actually took a couple birds here. I think I do have some audio that's usable coming up here, but I'm just showing this ridge. There's some flowers over there that I took a picture of. Thought a little landscape photo. Thought that would be nice. I think coming up I kind of show what I did for that. Didn't really turn out all that well. Sorry to ruin that. And so I'm just kind of talking about what I'm doing here. I'm watching for, there was plenty of birds flying around over here. It's a kind of a nice area. I turned off this gravel, as you can see behind me, gravel road. And it was nice. There was nobody down there. As you can see, I have my OM1, the 100 to 400 with the 1.4 teleconverter on it. And I'm probably just talking some nonsense about what I'm going to try and do. But anyway, a few birds, nothing extraordinary, special, just some birds. So I did take I used the G9 mainly for doing the landscape this morning with my 12 to 35, and I used the 50 to 200, got it out. And then I just took a couple of pictures with one of my film cameras. Oh, I should have had it out and ready. So I took a couple shots with this. So, bridge camera, Mirai. So yeah. It's a Ricoh. And just thought I'd pull it out. I have a few shots left in there I want to get done. Beautiful yellow flowers against the hills. It's a pretty cool place and not very busy, which is nice. All right, time to get back to exploring. I want to hopefully use up the rest of that film in the Mirai, get that finished off so I can develop it. So here's that one I was talking about earlier where I took this picture of this backdrop of this peak small peak here with the flowers. And in my head, it was definitely was going to be much better than what it ended up being. I couldn't really walk in the grass to get as close as I wanted to get to the flowers because it was quite wet. And they also have quite a few rattlesnakes around there. I just wasn't in the mood to get bitten by a rattlesnake or anything like that happen. So I did put this in high res mode. I'm shooting with my G9 here. I'm pretty sure I had the 50 to 200 on there. I'm not sure if I show that, but anyway, I took this shot, and there you can see right there, it's creating a high resolution image. So yeah, I mean, it ended up being okay. It's not anything fancy. I'm going to pop it up on the screen here. Yeah, I had the 50 to 200 on there, or that might have even been the 35 to 100. I'm not sure, actually, but yeah, so let's see what it looks like. Well, that ends my trip to Badlands. It's about 8:30. So I was out there for about 3 hours, which was good. I didn't see as much wildlife as I'd hoped, but I have to be on my way. I'm heading to Seattle again, so I have to get going. Next stop, Montana, and maybe a chance to visit Yellowstone this time, at least take the scenic route through Yellowstone. That's the plan anyway. Had a good, but I got my sunrise shots. Not as good a sunrise. I'd hoped there'd be a few more clouds, get a little bit more orange glow in there, but it turned out okay. And got to use the 50 to 200 a few times. And yeah, got some birds and some deer. Mostly I saw quite a few deer, actually. So I'm pretty happy with that trip. Just to stop along the way, get out, get a little exercise. It's been a long drive. Actually, this one started in Miami. Took a little bit of break in the Chicagoland area. And now heading back to Seattle. So, well, I'll be back on if I see anything along the way. But pretty much I have to just keep chugging along so this doesn't take any longer than it has to, this drive, because it's 10 hours a day. The drive can get a little bit longer today, about a 12-hour drive. So anyway, enjoyed the Badlands. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.